Welcome back to Rewrite the Story. I'm Ron, and if this is your first time here, this is the place where we talk honestly about what it means to lose the person your life was built around and what it means to build a life again. Grab your coffee, get comfortable, because today we're talking about something that trips up almost every man rebuilding after loss, and most of us never see it coming. It's tone, not the words, the tone. Here's the truth. You can say something completely reasonable, completely honest, completely fine, and still watch the room change before you finish the sentence. You know the moment I mean. You said the right thing. You used careful words, and somehow it still landed wrong. Have you had that conversation? The one that should have gone fine and didn't? Have you watched someone's face shift before you even got to the end of what you were saying? Have you walked away afterward, replaying every word, hunting for the mistake, only to realize the mistake was never in the words at all? Here's what I've learned. Tone carries history. When you sound calm about something that used to be unbearable, the people who love you don't always hear calm. Sometimes they hear a question they're afraid to ask out loud. Has this stopped hurting you? And if it has stopped hurting you the way it used to hurt them, that can feel like a kind of abandonment, even when nothing about your love for the person you lost has changed. This is the part nobody tells you about grief. It's not just your tone that shifted. Everyone around you is still calibrated to the old you. The one who used to flinch at her name. The one who used to go quiet in certain rooms. When you walk in steady, when you talk about moving forward without your voice breaking, some people read that steadiness as distance, as if healing were a betrayal instead of what it actually is. Proof that the love was real enough to survive losing her. Let me say that a different way because it matters. Peace is not the opposite of love. Peace is what love looks like on the other side of grief doing its work. I know what it's like to walk into a conversation braced for a fight before a single word gets said. Bracing not because of what I was about to say, but because of what saying it used to cost me. And I know what it's like when that bracing finally leaves your voice. Same words you might have said a year earlier. Completely different reception. Because what changed wasn't the sentence. It was whether my voice was still fighting an old battle underneath it. So why does this happen? Because tone isn't really about the moment you're in. Tone is a report from your nervous system about whether you're still afraid. And the people closest to you, the ones who watched you grieve up close, they read that report whether you mean to send it or not. Here's the second layer, because there's always a second layer. Sometimes the tone that starts the fight isn't yours. It's theirs. Someone in your life may still be speaking to you the way they spoke to you in year one of your grief, careful, testing, waiting for you to break. And if you've done real work since then, that outdated tone can feel like it's underestimating you, like they haven't caught up to who you've become. That mismatch, you sounding like a man who's healed, them still talking to the man who wasn't, that's where a lot of these fights actually live. Neither one of you is wrong. You're just standing on two different timelines, and tone is what gives that away before the conversation even starts. So what do you do with this? You start by getting honest about what your own tone is actually carrying. Before a hard conversation with your kids, with your family, with someone new in your life, ask yourself, am I bracing right now? If the answer is yes, that bracing is going to leak into your voice no matter how careful your words are. The fix isn't better word choice. The fix is dealing with what you're bracing for before you open your mouth. And when someone else's tone catches you off guard, when they sound guarded or short with you for no reason you can name, try asking what timeline they might still be standing on. Are they still talking to the man from year one? That question alone can turn a fight into a conversation. This is the video game framework I talk about often on this show. Tone is one of those monsters that's terrifying the first time you meet it because you don't recognize it as the actual threat. You think the threat is the conversation. It's not. The threat was always the unresolved thing underneath your voice. Once you see that monster clearly, it stops ambushing you. It doesn't disappear. You just stop being afraid of it. Before we go, I want you to sit with one question this week. Think of a conversation that keeps going sideways with someone you love. Ask yourself honestly, is it the words? Or is it what your tone is still carrying from a year you haven't fully left yet? That's it for this episode. If this one landed for you, the deeper version of this work, the one where we actually rebuild the identity underneath the tone, that's what Rewrite the Story is for. You'll find it in the show notes. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'll see you back here next Monday. And most important, remember, you are extraordinary.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.